I'm already getting email from people. Neil, Tom Brady is not 78 years old. Really? No, he's 41, I guess. And he's been playing, what, 20 years or whatever? And he is still on fire. And a lot of people say, well, he's going to retire on top and all. He's on top right now, but I don't see any sign of aging. And then I started looking into it because I was so intrigued by what he's doing and how he's pulling it off. He eats meticulous. He knows exactly what he eats, even down to the timing of when he eats it, how much he eats, how much sleep he gets, you name it. Something that is right in this young lady's wheelbarrow, the psychotherapist and multiple best-selling author. Your best age is now, Dr. Robi Ludwig. Doctor, good to have you. It's been a while.
Good to be here.
You know, he's doing something right. But you always have told me, you know, we live in our own heads. We are what we think we are. But, you know, gravity and time is a reality. Somehow he's defying it.
Yeah. Well, what I love about Tom Brady is he is not accepting this early retirement, right? Especially in the athletic world. If you're an athlete in 40, they tell you to retire and be an announcer. So there's moxie. I hate it when they do that to me. I mean, but there's a lot of moxie there. And he actually is rebelling against a cultural script that says once you age, you're aging out of what you love doing.
But he's not aging.
Because he's probably feels very young in his head. At 27, he reported having a lot of physical injuries and feeling pain, and he didn't want to feel in pain. And he said, you know, with wisdom and eating a certain way and being mindful, he was actually able to reset his body so it was stronger. But it takes a mindset. He's also purposeful. He is living within his purpose. And when you...
But very, very disciplined about it.
Yeah.
Right? And I was telling you the story, a cardiologist, a friend of mine was saying, you know, Neil, our internal organs are not meant to go 80 years. They're actually capable of going 100, 125 years. It's somehow the way they're all packaged in the body and what we deal with in life, that there's a shelf life on that, even though more people are getting to be 100 or so or better. But that there's no rule that says you can't add significant years. So I guess diet is one thing, attitude's another. What do you look at?
Well, I think it is. It's diet, it's attitude, it's treating your body well, it's knowing your strengths. Clearly, Tom is very genetically blessed, but there's epigenetics as well.
See, I thought of that too.
He's genetically blessed, but he's also,
right?
He's working with his genetics. He's not just relying on it in a lazy way. He's clearly, you know, working out a certain way, eating a certain way. His attitude is very disciplined.
But he never veers from it, apparently.
Well,
even down to the timing of when he has certain foods at certain times.
Because it's working for him.
But I mean,
it's working for him, and he knows himself well enough, and that's where wisdom comes in. You know yourself, you know your body, you know how you want to feel, you know what works, and that actually influences our genes. So lifestyle influences our genetic makeup.
You know, the physical ravages what people go through. This is something I'm a little familiar with. You get depressed. If something happens, you just say, oh God, not again, or something's going on. But you deal with patients, male and female, of all stripes and physical and mental conditions. And you're big on saying, all right, you can let this either have the better of you or you can have the better of it. But it doesn't take away the fact you have these ailments.
No, I mean, but you are the biographer of your own life. So if you are disciplined and you don't feed into certain cultural limitations and you take the action that you need to take, yes, each decade brings its own challenges, but so what? Deal with those challenges so you can remain on purpose, do what you want to do. And he's actually, Tom Brady is giving a gift to athletes out there who are turning 40. Now they don't have to set those limits on themselves.
But there might be other athletes not nearly as gifted as he,
well,
and they might be endangering themselves. So how do you balance that?
Well, you work with the right people. You work with smart people. You find out what works for you. What works for Tom Brady might not work for everybody, but you gotta love the fact that he's a gifted guy who's not being lazy about it. He's not just saying, I'm talented.
He never splurges. Never. No. Do you recommend, like, if people tell you, like, doctor, I want to splurge?
Yeah, everybody's different. I mean, like, this guy doesn't have coffee. That would never work for me.
No, forget it.
There's no one right way for everyone, so you need to discover what works for you and try to stick with it and see how you feel, and put people in your life who believe in you and have a little rebellion.
You know,
Define yourself
It's
the way
perfectly
you want.
all right for you to be miserable. What's not all right is you to make other people miserable. Right? Don't
Well,
do that.
you can be miserable. That's part of life,
That's
but you
it.
should certainly work on having other
My
feelings as
miserable
well.
producer's in my ear saying,
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah. Robbie, leave. All right.
Yeah.
Can I say anyway? Can I rebel against that?